Open Mic Show with Steve Starr and Cash West.
Steve Starr and Cash West back with another episode on the Open Mic Show. How you doing there, Steve?
Doing good. How about you?
Good. We haven't had a show in a few days, and everybody's like, what happened? You know, we were doing like four episodes a week, or like an episode every day or every other day.
Yeah, we were hitting like more or less every day there for a minute.
Yeah, so we're just doing a quick one. Steve's about to go to work. He stopped by after making a round of Pokemon.
That's right. Hey, so if any of you listeners play Pokemon Go, add the trainer code 017043979289 to be able to play with Steve.
You sound like a robot. 01704397. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so that's cool. Yeah, he was playing Pokemon, and
I've caught like 50 Turtwigs during the community day event and 0 shinies, and I'm kind of pissed.
I was doing DDP yoga. My back's getting a little better, and that thing. I mean, I watched a guy on a video go from walking on a cane to doing backflips. So,
did you listen to when Jake the Snake was on Joe Rogan talking about it?
No.
And he was talking about that video because when he had DDP on, DDP was talking about, I believe that same guy, former soldier.
Yeah,
took 2 canes to actually walk around.
Yeah, he was
at like
vet.
his worst, and then now he's jogging like a.
Well, he's doing more than jogging.
Well, no, he's running like, I can't remember what it is, but he's got like amazing times, like almost athletic times.
Well, I'm gonna do it, and then hopefully I can have the same turnaround. That'd be cool.
And then maybe when you become a professional wrestler,
we should record my progress. But I'm doing the basic video right now. I'm learning it. So once I learn it, we should record my progress.
Well, you can do whatever you want.
I'm gonna put it on Patreon. And I'm gonna show how I went from a fat turd to I broke fat turd out of the army to back to in shape.
Did I tell you that I seen the budget Post Malone today?
Yeah, I mean, no.
No? Yeah, I swear on my life, I was walking down the street while I was playing, and I went to make a turn, and I seen this dude. I mean, he was a little bit larger,
right?
Probably like a Post Malone and a half.
Right.
The only difference was he had long hair, but in the front it was all done up like that, and he had the beard and just the look.
Did he have face tattoos?
I wasn't close enough to actually discern that or not.
That's funny. No, I
didn't think that was possible though. I thought Post Malone was the budget Post Malone.
He's the budget Ozzy Osbourne, and then people are like, "Wait, who's this Ozzy Osbourne guy? Post Malone found him." No. Please don't say that.
I heard about that.
Look, but you know, there's times when as I've grown up and I've listened to music. And I've heard a song, and I'm like, man, that's a really good song by one of my favorite bands. And then I'm like, and people would be like, or older people would be like, you know, that's a cover of this band that originally sang it. And I'd be like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like, I would know the band, but I didn't know they did that song or something. So, you know, I get kids not being in the know, but you know, if you want to research good music, you can't sit there and listen to Justin Bieber and K-pop and Britney Spears and whoever all is good now. I don't even know who the fuck these pop stars are, but. Listen to them and not know who the greats are, like Ozzy and the Eagles and Journey and Foreigner and a bunch of old rock, you know, Metallica, you know, Rage Against the Machine, Sublime. You know, that girl sang that Sublime song. I don't remember who redid it, but that Summertime song, and everybody was like, oh, this song's so awesome, and then they didn't know Sublime sang it originally.
It was on like a movie or something like that some
probably.
chick did it.
Yeah, it was a chick.
I know what you did.
Recently. But yeah, it's like stuff like that. But that, you know, kids coming up, they're not always going to know, especially if the parents don't listen to good music. You know, how are they going to know? Their parents obviously did not listen to Ozzy, you know, but their kids listen to Post Malone, and now they're like, who's this Ozzy Osbourne guy? So it's all fucked up, man.
Wow, hang on. I'm actually reading an article about that.
Mm-hmm. I got a second. Credit Kevin MacLeod for our music.
It'll be in the description as well.
Thanks, Kevin.
As long as Cash remembers to actually put it there.
PeskyCatENT@gmail.com. At the Open Mic Show podcast on Facebook. The Open Mic Show, all underscores in between for Instagram. And ENTCat @ENTCat for Twitter.
Wow. Okay, so yeah, there are actually people who think that he discovered Ozzy. Holy shit!
Yeah, it's insane. Like
Ozzy's in like his 70s, 80s.
Is he in his 70s? No. He's 60s or 70s. No,
I think it's like late 60s, early 70s, late 70s.
Look, you gotta look that up because I don't want to be wrong about that because he's done a lot of drugs. He might be younger than we think he is. Because what he was in the 60s and 70s, he was big, right?
He's a
late 60s and through the 70s. I think is when Ozzy was.
He is 70 years old.
Okay,
he was born in 48.
Dude, how do you do that many drugs and bite the head off a bat on stage and do all the crazy shit he did and still be alive? You know his son Jack?
You know, he openly admits that he doesn't know how he's alive.
I mean, I would too. Maybe he's tried all these years, like to see how far he can push it before he dies. You know, and he's like, "Fuck, I'm 70. I don't even know who the fuck I am." You know. But his son Jack is on like one of them ghost shows.
Him and Jack and Ozzy do, or were doing a show on the History Channel where they'd go to famous landmarks and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually really good.
I want to check that out. I bet it was kind of funny too. I would assume.
I discovered it when I was dating a horrible person.
You fucking horrible bitch. You gave me a good TV show, but that's all I got out of this relationship.
More or less.
No, man, but his son does a ghost show now. I don't know what his dumbass daughter does. His dumbass ex-wife and his dumbass daughter. I mean,
whoa! Sharon's not his ex-wife.
They're not together no more.
Yes, they are.
They're back together.
They've been together. They never got divorced.
They split.
They separated when he
look
cheated.
That shit up.
But
you
then,
sure they're back
like,
together?
yes, because she still talks about him all the time on that talk show she's on.
Well, then
you do not slobber all over my leg.
Be on that talk show. Go. You get out of here. Get out of here, you mangy mutt. I'm just kidding. Go on. Go.
Close the door behind you, Blue.
No, man. Are you sure they got back together?
Yes. I am 100% positive they got back together. Look, I'll even look it up just to make you happy.
All right. Well, is Kelly on that talk show? Is his daughter on that talk show as well? You may not know.
What?
Is his daughter on that talk show with his wife?
No.
Did they ever divorce or they just split up?
I think they were just split up. Here's something from April 22nd, 2019.
Okay, that's fair enough. Close enough to us.
If they were, you were asking for nearly, did I do?
Cause she was talking shit about him for a while.
I upset my wife. I upset my family. I made a lot of shock and shame. He was a fuck. Continue saying he was a fucking idiot. Couple. There's no other women who has been around me.
Oh yeah, I think he was cheating or some shit.
She adores Ozzy. How she had fallen back in love with her husband.
Okay. Well, good for them. Good for them. Yeah, but Jack's okay. He was trying to do a band called Jack Sabbath, and obviously that failed. So he's doing a ghost show. But good on Ozzy and Sharon. I'm glad.
You know they have another daughter, right? There's 3 children total.
Well, no. I mean, how would I know? Well, she was on the show?
She was on, like, she wasn't featured, but she was on there a couple of times. She just kind of, when they signed that deal, she moved out of the house.
Yeah. Because
she didn't want the fame like the rest of the family
Well, I got
did.
you. But my thing is all these people that don't know who Ozzy and Sharon are, you think all of them watching MTV for reality shows nowadays, they would have heard about Ozzy and...
Well,
and
yeah,
Sharon.
the Osbourne.
And you know Sharon Osbourne
Sharon's
in
on
general.
the talk.
And Sharon, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And she talks about Ozzy, you know, so, like, people are dumb. Dumb. Who's Ozzy Osbourne? This guy's great. Like, yeah, no shit. He's been great since, like, forever.
I want to look up when the first Sabbath album came out, because
it's been a while. I'm going to say sometime in the 60s. I love Crazy Train. I love War Pigs. That's a good song. I love a bunch of Ozzy songs. There's a lot of old rock that I don't like either.
1969.
Yep, see.
Released on February 13th, 1970.
I'm not afraid to admit that I'm not a fan of Mick Jagger and the Rolling Stones.
Oh, I don't like the Stones that much, no.
I'm not a fan of...
The Who is alright.
I'm not a fan of... who was it?
But I think they're
Guns N' Roses. I'm not a fan of Guns N' Roses. I'm sorry, I'm just... not a fan.
There are songs, but I'm not like, oh my God, Axl Rose. Slash, though,
you want to hear who I am? This is my generation of... I mean, I love old rock, but I'm an Incubus, Audioslave, Soundgarden, whatever, you know, any of those bands he did. Chris Cornell, rest in
Chris
peace.
Cornell in general is amazing.
Yeah.
Was amazing.
Who else do I like? I like the Toadies. I like...
He still is amazing, even though he's dead.
Yeah. he was great. Tom Petty is a little older, a little outside my generation, but I like Tom Petty.
Everybody loves the Heartbreakers.
I even like Rod Stewart. I like Rod Stewart.
I like older Rod, and then he mellowed out in his.
You know who else
as he got older?
Phil Collins.
Because you can feel it coming in the air tonight.
I like the Eagles for sure. I like Bon Jovi. Man, I really like Bon Jovi. He's kind of a liberal weirdo now, but I like him. There's a bunch of old bands I like. There's a bunch of old bands I don't like. I love the Beatles.
Everybody loves. Well, no, I can't say everybody. I know somebody who
can't stand Elvis. He's He's a thief. Elvis is a thief. Chuck Berry. Ask Chuck Berry, bro. I do not like. Oh shit! I like Jerry Lee Lewis. He was awesome.
Except for he married his cousin.
Huh?
He married his cousin.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people that do that. There was
a minor.
There was a Dr. Phil. Oh, that's gross. But there was a Dr. Phil episode. About a guy that wanted to marry his first cousin because he knew that she was the one for him. And then there was a big debate because it was a Facebook video, and there was a big debate about it. And there was 90% people were like, "Yuck," and 10% of people were there supporting it. Like, you can marry whoever you want. That was some of the argument. And the other argument was as long as you're not having kids. And then the other argument was it's been going on for millions of years. Who gives a fuck? There was
right.
You know what I'm saying? So a mix of 10% of why they were for it.
Well, yeah. I guess I could see the yuck standpoint.
It's still a closely related genetics. It's your brother's or sister's kid.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
If there was no intention to have children genetically,
that's their choice.
And do adoption if they wanted children.
Right. Yeah.
That, as long as you weren't parading around that you were first cousins.
Say this is my wife. Yeah. But they look a lot alike on that Dr. Phil one. They're pretty close in genetics, dude. But she's pregnant. That's the problem.
By him?
Yep.
That kid's gonna have 12 toes.
Supposedly, that's a dominant trait.
What? 12 toes?
Mm-hmm. 12 toes and 12 fingers. Did you know that?
You mean I'm missing a toe and 2 toes?
Most of us are recessive genetic traits of 5 and 5.
I want to meet the dude with 6.
But I guess but the thing is, where did that come from? Is because everybody back in the day was sleeping with each other and their family. That's why it was dominant. You know what I mean? It's still normal to have 5.
Shit.
It's still normal to have 5 and 5 people. Don't be fucking your cousins. Come on, God damn it. All right.
And if you are, don't tell us about it.
That's all I'm going to say on that. All right. Time to move on. Football is today. It's already started.
Yep.
Oh, Baltimore. I put their quarterback as my starting on fantasy now because he balled out last week, and it was not even past 1:00, and it said touchdown by Baltimore's quarterback Lamar Jackson. I was like, yeah, this was a good move. So today's gonna be a good day for my fantasy.
What time did that game start?
The game started at 1, and then there's gonna be games at 3:30, and then a night game or 2.
Then how did he have a touchdown before 1?
No, I said it was just barely after 1.
But before 1.
Yeah, I meant to say that if I didn't. But and then there's games at 3:30, yeah, and 2 night games, and then 2 night games tomorrow, I think. And Browns play tomorrow, so prime time.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going down. We play the Jets, and Sam Darnold's out, so if we don't win, it's gonna be bullshit.
Oh no, I'm gonna watch Monday Night Raw.
Oh no, fuck that. Watching the Browns, can't do it.
Might switch between the two.
Right.
There's a pay-per-view tonight.
I don't know who the Bengals play today, but I want to watch that.
It doesn't matter. They're going to lose.
I got the Red Zone on out there. I got to go check it out here after the show anyway. After I do my DDP yoga. It's weird, man. I'm doing all the breathing techniques and shit. It's crazy. But I felt a little better, but now I'm sitting in this chair. My back hurts again. So thanks for that. But we needed some content.
We did. So maybe it's that chair. You just need a new chair.
It could be this chair. It could be not this chair. It could be any fucking chair I sit on. Maybe I have to stand. With my cane at the mic. Looking like a pimp.
I will make fun of you forever.
Yeah, whatever. So, what else you got? Don't tell me nothing.
You're the one that said, "Hey, let's go sit down and talk."
No, I had.
I
had some things written down. I saved them in here somewhere, but it was not none of these. These are all my lyrics for a song. I wrote about 3 or 4 songs.
Is it in?
Oh, here it is. Wait, this might be it. There it is. But this is all deep shit we got to get into to talk about because I was on a tear last night about how mad I was writing things down. But this one might be a little much right now. We might want to wait on that.
Yeah.
Especially with all the things going around with in the media. But yeah, man, just like this stuff right here. Boom. Yeah. Especially this. Wham. Wait, not that. Just this. Wham.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got a lot to talk about here in the upcoming episodes. It's going to get pretty deep on some of them, so I'll make sure I'm going to be pretty high. But it's not going to be comedic as it's been the next few. I'm going to be serious. And then we'll go back to comedy when I get it all out. So.
Hey, do those without me.
I can.
I'm funny. I'm not serious.
Okay, well, then I'll do them without you. It'll be...
I mean, if I have to be serious.
Cash West's... I don't know. I'll come up with a good name for it. I have a good name for it. I can't think right now. So,
it's a cash clip.
No, it's not going to be a cash bite or a cash clip. It's going to be something cool and catchy. Yeah. So just be forewarned. And I may have some people come on.
I could probably definitely sit in with some of it, but
we'll see. If I get good discussion on here, that's what I want too. Is I want to be able to reach out to every different demographic. I want people who want funny and people who like marijuana, and I want people who like marijuana but don't smoke it and get their point of view why. And I like people who want to have serious, intense discussions, and even like ones about things that maybe be a little off the wall sometimes. Like, what do you think about because there's a guy at work that has like this tattoo about the 7 chakras and energy, and he talks about things, and he sent us a video that I looked at, and it was kind of crazy. I mean, it wasn't crazy, but it was it's shit that made you think.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So that's stuff I want to get into, and I enjoy it. It helps me keep my mental health sane.
Right.
So,
well, like I said, I've marketed it or told you that we need to switch the way we tell people how this thing is.
Yep.
We are the Seinfeld of podcasts. We are about absolutely nothing, but we're
everything.
Yeah, we talk about everything.
What we're going to talk about. It's going to be crazy, and we're just beginning.
Yeah, this is just the tip of the iceberg. You don't know what's underwater.
Fucking Jack.
God. No, Rose killed Jack because the bitch wouldn't move over.
But if it wasn't for the iceberg, it would never had to happen. She was going to leave him anyway if they made it.
No,
back for her husband. Yeah, that was just a fling on the trip. She was going to marry that one guy.
No.
She was supposed to marry him.
And
it was a fling on the trip. They made it there. She was going to be like, sorry, Jack, but I'm really with him. He's got money and you're just a broke loser. Sorry. That's what was going to... That's the way of life. You know what I mean?
Are you saying that's how women are?
Yeah, not all women. No,
not all.
No, not all women. No, sir. I will not lump all women together. But that's just like that's you could tell in the movie that's how she was. She was she obviously didn't love that other guy. She was bored with him. Jack made her feel good in more ways than one, and after that, on a car window. But back after that, it's back to reality, man. It was a short-term trip on a boat. It was back to reality after that. She knows that the other guy can take care of her. And he can't.
You don't know that.
No, not for certain, but she has to look...
We'll never know that because the bitch didn't move over.
Exactly. But you got to think and look ahead of what would have really happened. So maybe we have to shoot a movie, an offshoot of Titanic. What if they made it?
What if the Titanic didn't sink?
Then when Jack and Rose, they get off the boat, man, I'm telling you. She's like, sorry, Jack,
Fuck
that
off.
was just fun.
And then he becomes a multi-billion-dollar worth person.
Jack ain't shit.
On Wall Street.
He's a crook.
Okay, so he becomes a politician.
Nah. He ain't gonna do it. Anyway, where was the Titanic going? It was going to New York? Or...
Yeah, I think it was sailing to the U.S.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was
I don't know. Hold on. I'll look it up.
No, I think we're right. I think it was New York. Going to New York. I can't remember exactly. But, usually that's where they went. That was the main inlet harbor and back in those days. So, yeah, that's all I really got, man.
Yeah, from Southampton to New York.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I thought it was England. So, yeah, Jack, man, he may have made it in the States, but unfortunately, not with her. And especially when he was on the side of that thing and trying to play it cool and be like, I want to save you, and she's up there and knowing there's room. Like, she was like, this is my perfect plan. They'll save me. I'll be back with him, and I had my fun. And then I don't have to explain anything because he's dead.
No, because I think the way that, even in the movie, the way they ended that story was that she didn't end up with that dude. She ended up with somebody else.
Whatever. Yeah, she did, but still. Maybe he had money too. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean...
Whatever. Maybe he didn't. We'll never know. All right,
She just liked him because his name was Jack.
Jack. Maybe he was Jack the Ripper and he wanted to escape and then come to the States. Ooh. I'm just kidding. I think they figured that one out, didn't they? Jack the Ripper?
No, they really... They have thoughts, but can you ever really figure...
It was like a bunch of rich doctors or some shit. Who knows? A bunch of the elite.
That's what it always is. The elite.
All right, what do you got? You got anything else for us? Because I'm going to take us on out. PeskyCatEnt@gmail.com. At the Open Mic Show Podcast on Facebook. Go give us a like, give us a share, tell your friends about us. Tell them to come on the show. They can call in on Skype. PCE, the Open Mic Show on Skype. Anytime we go live, we'll announce it. They can call in. If we do a pre-record show we want to announce that we want to call in for, we'll make that known too about 2 or 3 days ahead so we can get you guys on and we'll get a time. You can set an appointment on Facebook through the Services app. It'll come to our messenger and we'll book that anytime you want to get on. If you want to promote a business or an artist or anything like that, it'll cost you a little money, but it's not a lot. You can come on and talk about it, or you can pay us a little bit cheaper to promote like 2 or 3 commercials at, each time you pay that amount.
So I made a startling discovery, and this is what I was actually going to say as I was hitting that. So you got to do the outros anyways.
Okay.
I'm an elitist when it comes to music.
Why?
Because if it isn't...
You're just a snub.
Yeah, no, that's what... Yeah. Not snob as in, like, genre snob, but, like... If you are a metal band, but you don't have that typical metal sound, or something like that, I won't listen to you.
So what's the difference between a metal band that don't have the typical metal sound and one that does?
Listen to a lot of the newer stuff that's starting to come out versus stuff like what you got in the 2000s with, Slipknot. And
right.
That's just a prime example. I was watching this whole big long YouTube video the other day, Punk Rock MBA. And he's got some good videos, so I recommend checking him out. Not while you're listening to us, obviously.
Right.
But it'll give you an idea, and you're going to go, oh, wow. But that's only if you like rock music. If you like anything else, I mean, it's not really as for you.
Right. Well, I like rock, but I like Slipknot. I don't know. I'm not a big metal fan, but I like some.
Check out that dude's videos. You might be like, holy crap, because a lot of the bands that he talks about aren't necessarily like full on, rah, 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 but a lot of them are.
Yeah, it just depends.
But I like that shit.
Depends on the mood I'm in, too. If I'm real pissed off, I'll listen to some of it, and then I'll go work out.
That's the best stuff to listen to when you're mad.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, oh, I'm not so mad.
Yeah. I mean, it does calm you down. It's surprising how it can calm you down if you're pissed off. So, all right. Well, good show. Thanks for coming in and stopping by on your Pokemon journey to knock out a show real quick. So we'll have something for you probably tomorrow or the next day. Probably.
Well, if you're going to watch football, we can't really do anything tomorrow.
Yeah, I got to watch the Browns game. We can do something before the Browns game. Pre-Browns special.
Yeah, we could probably
all Browns, only Browns.
Might be able to pull something.
I don't know. We'll see. Okay, cool. So join us next time. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you then.